something to know about performers. In pursuit of truth, we are capable of more untruth than most.
Show business.
Turns out the most extraordinary thing about my life is the people I'm in relationships with. I met my wife.
That's a look at the brand new documentary from Bono, who pulls back the curtain to his life and reveals personal stories about his journey in his brand new film, Bono, Stories of Surrender, which embraces innovation as it's the first Apple feature film to show immersive 180-degree video.
And now, in a Canadian exclusive, the legendary Bono joins us now.
It's the Caroline and Jeff show. Very proud to be on it.
We are very honored to have you, Bono. Thank you for joining us here in Canada.
So happy to be speaking to you, especially Canadians at this time in your political life, coming together, showing the world how to do it. It's I was always a fan of your mosaic, your culture, your what's the word I would say? Your kind of reason, and but never more so than now. I'm grateful, and the whole world is in awe of what you've done. And thank you for getting together, putting all your politics aside, and not electing a populist, but actually competence turns out to be the rarest thing on the planet these days. A numerate, thoughtful, intelligent leadership. So thank you.
I think we all remember as Canadians, I think it was back in 2016, you said Canada, the world could use a little more Canada. Those words still resonate in this country today.
You got there. You got there. 51 reasons to love Canada, I say.
All right. Well, listen, we want to talk about the documentary, obviously, as well. And I know you key on the word surrender a lot in your book and in this doc, Bono. But, you know, watching this documentary, it really is a love letter to, I think, every important relationship you've had in your life. And rather than surrender, I wanted to ask you about vulnerability. Was it tough to be that vulnerable?
There's this, you know, I do swagger quite well. I there's a bit of Irish in me that, you know, whenever I'm nervous, actually, I really put the chin out, and, you know, and the fists go up. And after a while, it just doesn't suit you. And, you know, you develop armor, you develop, you know, a shield, a sword, all the armor. You know, when you become famous, I suppose, you know, you develop all of that protection. And at some point, I just think it was important to just take it off and just be yourself. And it did feel a little bit like being, you know, that dream people have of being naked in front of the whole school. Everyone's laughing. And, but I had to go through it. It was just very important for me. But yeah, I named a book and now a film after a word I'm just coming to terms with, really. And leadership is the rarest resource on earth, and leadership that understands cooperation, and leadership that at the right moment can, you know, put its, what did you say, your elbows up, or whatever that phrase
Elbows
is.
high. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Bono, the word surrender, you could also apply it to many aspects of this doc, of your life, and I think you can even apply it to the relationship you have with your father, and you really let us into that relationship in this. It was a tumultuous one, you know that, you speak of it. Did he ever tell you he was proud of you?
He did. I took him to Texas. It was his first time in the United States, and Texas is like the roar of roars. You can't imagine. You know, it's like 100 747s taking off. And I organized for the lighting to be on the old man who was at the desk in an arena in Texas. And I said, my father's first time, and North America, his first time in the United States, his first time in Texas. And there he is over there. And the light came on and he just went, he lifted up his fist, and which is his way of saying, I love you. And then he came backstage and I was kind of all over the place. And he said, son, you're very professional. and if you come out of punk rock, it's not perhaps the compliment you would be looking for, but
Right?
I knew what it meant. And playing him every night, I learned not just to love him, but I learned to really like him. He's kind of the star of the film. I think he's much more likable than me. I played him just by a turn of the head, so everyone's got an asymmetrical face, right? So this is my young side. This is my old side. So I just play my father like that. And I started to realize his put downs were so funny. You are a baritone who thinks he's a tenor. And I went, that's so right. And, Pavarotti's ringing the house. He wants the song. Did he get a wrong number? It's like, so, he was an Irish man and he was in difficult circumstance. His wife died too early. He felt conflicted for various reasons. He didn't know how to speak about her, so we didn't speak about her at all. And in that sense, we disappeared her because that's what happens. You lose your memories if you don't talk about a person who's no longer there. So I wrote the book, the play, in a way to retrieve those memories and to find was there any other ones. And I kept getting loads of them back. Even on stage, I would get them. And I'm so grateful for the project to realize that my story, the extraordinary life I've been given, is really, these are very ordinary conundrums that families face, that all families are these little operas. There's hardly a family out there watching your show that doesn't have some kind of comic tragedy. They're hiding under the carpet, or it's around the corner, or we're not speaking to them at the moment, or whatever it is, So, and it was it's nice to not be a rock star for a while.
Well, listen, Bono, as a lifelong U2 fan, I feel like we've all kind of grown up together. We're really not grown up maybe that much in some cases, but thank you so much for this documentary.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Thanks, Carolyn and Jeff. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
See you.